dive into frozen waves where the past
to your soul when your God is gone. We coming to your feet when you're jumping out. We coming to your legs when you wanna run. It's in the distance, a place that I've been dreaming of. No time and space don't exist there. We can dance like there's no tomorrow. There is a fate in my heart. There is a flight. There is a kiss. There is a fall. There is a beating of my heart.
How could I not feel the way I do?
Coming to your heart when you're high and low. Coming to your mind when you feel the rush. Coming to your soul when your God is gone. Coming to your smile when you want some fun. Coming to your feet when you're jumping out. Coming to your hands when you wanna fight. Coming to your legs when you wanna run. Coming to your smile when you want some fun.
As long as you love me, we could be starving, we could be homeless, we could be broke. As long as you love me, I'll be your platinum, I'll be your silver, I'll be your gold. As long as you love me, we could be starving, we could be homeless, we could be broke. As long as you love me, I'll be your platinum, I'll be your silver, I'll be your gold. As long as you love me, 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 I'll be your platinum.
Coming to your smile when you want some fun. Coming to your heart when you're high on love. Coming to your mind when you feel the rush.
And what's up, guys? This is Hand from Above. This is opening night, URTL Season 2. I am joined with the amazing Kevin Flatland Vaughn. What's up, buddy?
Not much, man. Just quite excited to see this actually starting off now. Season 2's been It's been a couple of months since season one's ended, huh?
Yeah, it's been a few months, but you know, I really kind of I'm feeling it tonight.
Oh yeah, I mean it's gonna be the debut for Heart of the Swarm for the URTL. So Heart of the Swarm, pretty new game, so we're gonna be seeing some refreshing builds out there. We're no longer gonna be seeing those stagnant plays. That was quite frequent in wings. So
What are you talking about? There is no cheese happening here. Well, I'm not playing, so there's definitely no cheese happening here. So I am definitely looking forward to this. Hold on, guys. I just had to fix. I forgot we had needed. What teams are playing? Oops.
there's the oSpire Academy versus Soviet Gaming.
It is, and they're kicking us off. So we do have good old Flatline, like I said, and I will go over for the first week, guys. We'll basically go over the rules, give you a little bit of what the URTL is about. So as you guys saw in the killer video, we do have last season we had 24 teams. You know, we said, Kevin, 24 is good, but how can we better it? Well, we went all out, guys. We have 44 teams. We actually had to turn some teams back, well, because we didn't have any more room. And we're already going to be casting. We did 5 days a week last year. We're moving to 7 days a week, guys. We are producing new content 7 days a week. Yeah.
That's pretty damn amazing. I mean, that's gonna be kind of like NASL type of stuff. When there's season one, there was just like throwing content, but now people can actually see the semi-pros constantly, 7 days a week. You got see how they're progressing.
You definitely got it. So 7 days a week, Monday through Friday, we're 7 p.m. Eastern and 9 p.m. Eastern. There'll be Clan Wars. And then on the weekends, Saturday and Sunday, we have an amazing 5 Clan Wars a day. Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be pretty a killer for the casters, but we do it for y'all. Do it for the viewers.
We do it because we love you guys. But yeah, 7 days a week. Like the Killer Man says in chat, I would have tried for 8, but I could not break the space-time continuum, and it just would not happen. So it does happen, but tonight we do have oSpire Academy, which just recently became oSpire, and they used to be VV Aspire.
Mm-hmm.
So we get to see them play. Brand new group of guys. Very fun. Against a Season 1 veteran team who did pick up a new player, and he's been playing an awful lot in SG. And so we have Spinishua with them.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Spinishua.
So they've been making some moves. They have Spinishua back. He's been streaming a ton. And I really cannot wait. I mean, this is actually, guys, for you guys that have been used to seeing me cast Hand from Above, this is my only night I'm casting till playoffs, most likely.
So, yeah. You might as well tell the viewers what's up, man.
Yeah. We do have, me and my wife have a baby on the way. As in, on the way in the next few days.
Next 2 hours.
Yeah, no, better not be the next 2 hours. I got to get through two nights. So, yeah. I will be a little busy. I will be managing things from behind, making sure, we have the casters and everything is going. But, yeah, I will not be casting until we hit playoff time. And then I will be doing very minimal casting. I'll probably be doing a lot of hosting. So...
Well, on behalf of the casters for the URTL, congratulations.
Well, thank you.
And we'll try to hold it down for you.
Well, you better, because I'm going to be making you all work. So, let's get in. So, actually, let me finish up. So, the games are going to go as a best-of-7 all-kill format. Straight up just, I love to see gore, so all-kill it is. And, yeah, the mapping system goes on map points this year. So last year it was, well, if you got a win, you got so many points. If you got an all-kill, you got an extra point. We said, that's just too complicated. Because then you got to figure out scores, and you got to break out, the map scores in case someone ties. And I was like, we're done with that. So our COO, Jason Draken, took over the URTL Season 2. I said, make it happen, make it better. And he said, yes, sir, I will do that. And he did. So we went on map score alone this time. So for every map a team wins, they get a point. So even if you're down 3-0, you still want to start winning some maps.
Yeah.
Because that could be the difference between making it into the playoffs and looking on the outside, going to have to play golf early.
Mm-hmm.
So, it really just, it's going to be fun. It's going to make people make crazy just decisions. Do you hold your ace for the last game? Do you hold your ace? Do you bring the ace out for the beginning?
Yeah, that's. We actually experienced this in my team. We were just contemplating because, you get 4 points for an all kill. That's a bonus.
Actually,
that's pretty damn awesome to set off the season.
Because the all kill gets a extra point. So.
Oh, they do? Okay. Yeah, so they get an extra point. So that's just, the points. It sounds really small, but then at the end of the season, you're gonna see yourself, 1 or 2 points behind that you wish you could have had, and could have been like if you sent that ace player out to all kill that team a while ago, or something like that. But at the same time, if you send your ace out every single game, you're letting your opponents be able to read his play style, kind of counter him, and create those snipers for him. Then
it
pretty
gets
bad.
goofy. Then it gets goofy. So, actually, I'm going to fix your... for some reason, I don't know why. Whatever, I'll fix it later. Alright, so let's just go right into game 1, shall we?
Yeah, man, I'm ready. I'm ready. I want to see how my little sister academy team's going to be doing against Soviet.
Alright, well, you're loaded in with me. We're looking at a game. I love HOTS for that, guys. Set up replays. We actually stream together. It makes life a lot easier. So here we go.
I'm not in it.
You're not in it?
No, I'm not.
How are you not in it?
Well, did you host a replay lobby?
Yeah. I'll take care of it, so please hold. Yeah. Working out the first night. Watch with others.
There we go.
Alright, so now we're good. You're in, I'm in. We're going to let this load up. We are starting out with... well, I'm going to let you do the intros because, well, you're just a nice guy, so...
Oh, thanks. So we're going to be starting off on Kespa Neoplanet S. It's going to be a TVZ against oSpire's Zan versus Soviet Gaming's Protoss player Gemini. And spawning on the... Here we go. Spawning on the bottom left on Neoplanet S is going to be the Teal Protoss from Soviet Gaming Gemini. And his opponent on the top right, representing oSpire Academy, it's going to be the Terran player Zan.
There we go. And yeah, we are spawning and we have a TVP. So I am kind of looking forward to this because honestly, I've been tinkering around with all the races just to kind of get, a little bit of everything. And I found out I do love the Widow Mine. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, the Widow Mine is definitely an awesome unit. You can use it for harassing, you can use it for defense, and you can use it for positional advantages throughout the game. So
and it
has its
absolutely
purpose throughout the entire
destroys
game.
mutas.
Yeah, it's those mutas get over there and they don't kill that thing. It's gonna be a bad thing for Zerg.
Yeah, so I mean what we're looking at, guys, we have the pretty in pink here. Zan is going for pretty in pink. So I can already tell OG's going for style points right here.
Oh yeah.
Pure style, you gotta have the pink. I always run pink personally if I'm streaming or doing anything. But, I can't say no to the teal. I do love the graphics this time. With HOTS, I mean, the graphics just look so much cleaner. Everything looks nicer. I mean, and really just the map pool this season is just awesome. Tell us, have you played anything on Neoplanet S yet, or?
Yeah, in PvT, it's pretty easy to maintain your natural. It's a little bit hard once the Protoss wants to get a third, because you can see the third bases are pretty stretched far apart from one another. So you might see some Terran players abuse that map layout and actually use, medevac drops pretty aggressively throughout the game. It all depends on what the Protoss player wants to open up. Does he want to go for Stargate, gain that map dominance to discourage those medevac drops?
Really,
we'll see what they
I
both
like
want to go.
this. I like this map. I mean, it's kind of different, you know? There is no tower either in this map.
Yeah, that's
There's no tower. I actually was tinkering around on these maps just to learn them. You have these wonderful golds that face each other in the middle, which I doubt you'll ever see used at the same time. And really, it just... the main base is so big. And it just gives them a lot of room to build or a lot of room to do weird drops in or place a proxy something or another if you really want to. And, I mean, I do agree with you. 2 basing is so nice on this, but once you, as a Protoss, have to explore and get that 3rd base, good lord. That is stretching it.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty difficult for the Protoss player, but it seems Soviet is really confident in Gemini, so he has something up on his sleeve, and he actually went for that 2 gas and then expand. This is actually going to give him more gas. It's going to allow him to tech a lot quicker than the typical 1 gate, 1 gas expand from Wings here.
Well, you also see a lot more, you know, well, I was going to say you see a lot more gateway or Stargate play, but 2 more gates coming down, so maybe Gemini's going to get a little aggressive?
I don't even know if he scouted the... oh yeah, he did. He did with the Zealot. He saw the 1 racks expand. I would think he's just going to play this straight up macro. I feel like he's pretty confident. It seems he's doing that way. He's just making some sentries right here just to gather up some energy. Probably going to be using that to hallucinate and scout because it looks like he's not going to be opting to get a robotics or any of that kind of sort. So he's actually going to rely on the hallucination and try to get a scout in and see which tech would benefit him the most.
Wow, and the scan is actually dropped down from Zahn. So Zahn not feeling comfortable at all with what that scout showed him.
Yeah, and the worst part is he doesn't even know that he took an expansion.
Yeah.
So he's going to have to put that 2nd bunker that he's doing right now just to play super safe at this point. Do you see that pylon up here on the top mid from Gemini? It looks like he is going to put on some aggression that you're talking about.
I felt like it kind of smelled like aggression, and when it smells like it, it generally is. So, and especially when he hit it. I mean, you hide it up there in that 3rd or possible 4th, whatever it is. But here you go. Look at the SCV coming into the base. Zahn is going to get a full-on scout and go, there seems to be 2 other gates and nothing else being built.
Yeah, and the other thing is he sees that chrono boost. If you see that chrono boost like maxed out like that, you know he's going to be doing some kind of work gate time. He's just going to use that chrono boost on the work gates.
Oh, and there goes the 1st bunker going down. 2nd bunker, Marines load in. And there is getting a repair down. The sentries actually don't have enough energy. And this is not looking good for Gemini at all.
Yeah, it's definitely not the best thing. He also doesn't have a proxy pylon really close to the base or to the attack point, so his rally, his reinforcements can be really,
he actually has gotten some really good kills. He might actually get this bunker, guys. He's just taking out the SCVs and anything repairing. He's like, screw this, but here comes a whole mess of reinforcements from Zahn, and 1 Marauder will definitely take care of that. Wow.
And behind this, I mean, Gemini's actually macroing up. He's getting a robotics, and behind this, now the downside to his push that, yes, he killed a lot of SCVs and forced some mining at the natural, but Zan does have that factory, so he could go for a very quick starport, and this is what I was talking about with that medevac. It could be kind of hard to hold for Gemini, but we'll see if his harassment was enough.
I kind of feel like it's not. That's just me. I mean, also, both players are basically supply capped. They were for a second. So that's not helping him at all. And I mean, while he's got the 3 production facilities and then now the 4th with the robo, he's dropping a forge, dropping a robotic space, so he's going to try to pump some, you know, upgrades. He's going to try to pump, you know, Colossus out because he saw just, you know, bio. So what happens with bio? Well, Yeah, bio melts. We all know that.
Yeah, actually, Zan's in a difficult position. I think he's down to 32 SCVs. Gemini actually has 48, so that's a huge worker advantage coming out in front of an advantage for Gemini. So Gemini pretty much just needs to defend. In about 2 minutes or so, it's gonna start to really shine when it comes to his advantage.
Yeah, definitely. I agree with you there. I mean, getting the +1, because really, Gemini is going to get the upgrades. He's going to get his mothership core now. He's going to feel good about that. And if you notice, there is no upgrades coming out for Zan. And if it gets to anything later, the upgrade wars are going to start. And you're going to need to make sure you have all the right upgrades. And yeah, that's going to be bad news bears for him.
Yeah, it's just all comes down to that harassment from Gemini. It actually
and here we go. Here comes 2.
Put Zan in a pretty difficult position.
This is a big drop out of Zan. Zan's going to try to do damage, but he's going to get spotted because there is a actual pylon going down. So it looks like Gemini's going to try to expand.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to work out. Like you said, there's a pylon. There's even an observer.
Yeah, there's an observer there. The observer's going to spot it. I mean, this is just... Yeah, there's enough stalkers here. And, oh, he's actually playing his hand. And all he's going to do is get a cancel. And that's only going to be about 200 minerals worth of stuff that actually dies. So now he's played his cards.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised Gemini didn't contest to that.
And now
I feel like his army could beat it. Well, you do see that drop that you.
Yeah, and there is the drop, but one that's actually a pretty big drop. But the mothership core is there and doing damage. At that,
yeah.
Wow.
That drop was definitely not worth it, in my opinion. He is gonna kill some workers. That's a good thing. But the thing about the drop is you want to try to keep everything. You want to try to preserve your units as much as possible. There's still this one Marine here just chilling.
Is this the
that is
hero
one.
Marine?
That's like the luckiest Marine.
He's like, hey.
Oh no.
Oh no, I'm gonna die.
Oh no.
And
that
now
sucks, man.
That's what when I talked about that drop's either gonna make or break. Oh my god. Look at the supply difference now.
Yep.
Gemini's sitting in a almost 25 food supply difference at this point. He is happy, content. He is taking his third. And Zan really needs to start pumping some upgrades. He's got the eBay down, but not so much. He's building out. He's got 4 Vikings. I don't feel that's enough for the Colossus count he has. But I mean, 3 Colossus. I guess maybe he's got to warp in a few more.
Yeah, I honestly don't know see him holding this. I mean, he also has the observer to spot this Widow Mine.
He's gonna do nothing.
And yeah, like you said, he only has 4 Vikings against 3 Colossus. That's definitely not the position you want to be in as a Terran player.
And there goes all the SCVs. Beautiful force fields. Holy Jesus. Look at the Terran army melting. And not one Colossus has gone down yet. All the Vikings are gone. And things are just melting. There's the GG right there. And that is game number 1.
Yeah, that was a... You pretty much said it at the end. All the Colossus stayed alive. And it all came down to that harassment, that huge lead. Zan took a risk, and I don't blame him for that. I mean, if you're behind, you actually had to take a risk, in my opinion, to catch back up in the game, especially in TVP. So the drop thing turned out to be bad, but it was justifiable in the case of his situation.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you there. I mean, for Protoss, it's one behind Dark Shrine, as Day9 would say, but when you're actually looking at a very much behind Terran, yeah, you're going to have to do something drastic. You're going to have to go air. You're going to have to get something out there.
And like maybe a Widow Mine drop, and hopefully he doesn't pull the probes. Maybe that double medevac that he got in wasn't scouted. Like, it's... I'm surprised he went inside the main. I mean, he canceled the third, so he knows that the Protoss player actually knows where those units are. No, I don't know. Seemed weird.
Well, I mean, it was what it was, but it just it's sad. I mean, he knew what he was looking for, and I think he knew what he had to do, but when he dropped that third, it totally just kind of messed things up.
Yeah.
Because it got scouted. Gemini was like, oh, he's going to come drop me. I would have then just picked up, gone back home. That's a large supply count, and just kept macroing up.
Yeah.
That's just...
I agree as well. I mean, if he had all those units, I felt like that last engagement wouldn't look that bad. He would also have those 2 medevacs with his army, which would have helped quite a bit, especially against Protoss. Just heal your bio units a lot quicker and better. But
you got it. All right, so we're getting on to game number 2, guys. I will tell you, game number 2 is a little wonky. Thank God we have that now, the resume from replay feature, because we actually have to basically use it this game because they were playing it, something happened, and now so there'll be actually 2 parts. So I do ask you to bear with us. It's a little weird, but it's gonna, it is what it is. So getting into game number 2, we have Gemini coming off a win, and OG Gaming's gonna put out Zerg. Do you put out?
Be pulling out a Protoss player, Killing. It's gonna be a PvP on Daybreak.
Oh wait, Killing just let us know, so I'm gonna reload.
Oh.
So he says it plays the whole thing, so that works.
So we're just gonna exit out this?
Yeah, exit
Okay.
out and then. All right, so try it again. So MLG Daybreak is the map. We have OG Killing versus SG Gemini, and here we go, guys. Why did it just freeze up? Did it freeze up on you?
I'm not in the replay lobby.
I made it so you were. My whole game just froze up.
Uh-oh.
Oops. That's always fun. Wow.
The vehicle of esports.
The vehicle of esports just died.
Bringing back that old tasteless quote there.
That's never happened to me. I kind of feel like not prepared for that one.
Well, I mean, it never happened to you, so.
That's all right. It's very easy. You just hit end process. And then StarCraft 2 disappears. And then we start it back up. Little snafu. It does happen. Opening night has to happen, of course. So.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't think I've ever seen anything run perfectly smooth when it comes to internet-based matches, tournaments, you name it. There's always something that went wrong or anything like that. So.
Yeah, I've been trying to figure out how to stream. Me and my buddies, we do competitive Magic too. So
okay.
I've been trying to figure out how to get like a webcam or cam to point over the table so it look. Dude, streaming with that is just so wonky because they keep readjusting and ugh. All right, so let's get you in here. Let me see. Where are you, Kevin? Monsieur Flatline, avoid the party. All right. So, watch with others.
Here we go.
And now we're in. So now we'll hit watch. And now we do have Gemini versus Killing. The Killer Man, that was because you're using a jank deck. Don't start with me.
So PvP on Daybreak, it's
I like
PvP
it.
actually changed quite a bit from Wings of Liberty to Heart of the Swarm.
Yep, and here we go, guys. Spawning right on top of Soviet Gaming's 1-0 champion so far. It is Gemini. And then spawning in the bottom, we do have the green Protoss as well. So we have, like you said, a PvP, but I love his name. We have OG Killing. And yes, I do agree with the Killer Man. I feel like we're going to see some air. Because PvP, well, I am a Protoss main player, and I've played a lot of PvP so far. And I'll tell you what, I see a lot of air.
Yeah, I just actually had a coaching session with Minigun before this to figure out PvP a little bit, because it's a little bit more confusing than it was in Wings for me. And it just seems everything's just pointing Stargate play. Just Stargate play, Stargate play, Stargate play. So we'll probably be seeing that's going to kind of look like Mutas versus Mutas, but it's just going to be like Phoenix versus Phoenix or Void Ray versus Void Ray.
Or Oracle Void Ray versus Phoenix with a Mothership Core mixed in. And then you throw some ground units because you got to spend that money, so you're going to have to get some Zealots or whatever, so...
Exactly. So this is a little cute thing by Gemini over here. He's trying to block this out. This is definitely to counter any kind of like cannon rushing on this map. This is kind of popular.
Who cannon rushes? I only know one man that cannon rushes. He's on UR Gaming.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. He's a pro he's pro at cannon rushing.
Yeah, he actually cannon rushed me on this map, and I thought I was pretty good with my pylon placements, but
he showed you how bad cannon rushing can really be.
Yeah, it's like, you think Galsey's good at it? Nah, this guy's like on another level.
Yeah. And if you guys don't know who we're talking about, it's URP Knuckles. He is just a crazy man with as much cheese as possible, shall we say. But if you look, Killing did go double gas, and Gemini is just dropping his second gas. So I mean, Killing's definitely going to go Stargate or some type of tech-heavy play right off the bat because he needs that gas. So...
Yeah, I think one thing you could do as a Gemini, you know he got that second gas before Cyber, so his tech is going to be a little bit later than yours, but he's going to have more gas than you. So the option is either Stargate or DTs. And you just want to see his Chrono Boost, how he uses it on his Nexus. If it's constantly on the probes, generally it's a sign of DTs.
Is it? No.
Yeah, because you really, by the time Wargate finishes, if you do it this way, DT Shrine should finish up after like the first warp-in.
Do you see what the probe for Killing has done? It is taking down all the shields of Gemini's one pylon.
Yeah, that's quite annoying. In fact, I hate when people do that. Like, if you don't go for that Zealot, that probe can kind of like bring down that pylon down to its shield.
That just annoys you because you get the little screaming thing in the air. Your base is under attack. It's like, thank you, I know, it's just a frickin' probe. Zip it!
It
we
is
do have Stargate play coming out from Killing, and what I heard something warping in. It's just a pylon. Some very quick stalkers coming out from Gemini, so maybe Gemini is feeling like he needs to do some pressure. I mean, he's got his Mothership Core already, so he's gonna float around with that and do some scouting and.
This pressure by him is actually quite nice. It's gonna actually kind of give you some pretty good read on your opponent, like what he's doing, and then behind that he's actually attacking to Stargate. So you can kind of assume, do I need to go Phoenixes? Can I go for, or do I need to get a very quick Oracle if he's going for DTs?
Oh, look
right now he only saw the Stalker there, and what he's doing with this one,
there you go. There's your force field. So. But they do have a Mothership Core there, and
uh-oh.
Yeah, that's no bueno. Oh, we do have an Oracle out, though, for Killing already, and I've heard they're pretty good. This is actually my first time actually seeing them in action in the well, besides me playing it. So, and there's a second Oracle, and like I said, I've heard they're really good.
Yeah, they're pretty damn strong, but I think they're more for harassing. But he actually had to use that for defense because of the potential pressure that Gemini could have put on him.
Well, it's because he cut, right? He cut down on everything. He had to cut back. You know, he couldn't get those stalkers to defend because he's going that straight Stargate.
Yeah, he was going for a very quick Stargate, and that was the downside, is that he actually doesn't have that many units on the ground. So any kind of like faint pressure like Gemini was doing. So Gemini, I feel like he's in a comfortable lead. He has expansion almost finishing up way before OG Killing here. And OG Killing looks like he wants to expand behind this as well. He is getting that Void Ray, and he's constantly making Void Rays.
And we do have Phoenix out from Gemini, so here we go. Void Rays, Mothership Core, and Oracles versus Phoenix, Mothership Core, and Stalkers. What wins, Flatline?
I believe the Phoenix one. What you want to do in this situation is once you plop down that Nexus Cannon, you actually want to focus fire the Void Rays. The Phoenixes can pretty much clean up the Oracles pretty easily, of course. And they should be able to clean up all these ground units. There's only a Stalker and a Zealot. And 2 more Zealots actually coming over here for killing. And a second Void Ray on the way as well. It looks like he's actually going to be using these Oracles to harass, try to pull the units away from here. And Gemini's Phoenixes are actually out of position here, so these Oracles might be able to do a lot of damage inside the main of Gemini.
And here we go. He's in, and there's 2 probes, 3, 4, 6, almost 6 probes. That's a lot more than 6 probes now. And, oh boy, there goes the Oracles, boys.
Yeah, 13 probes killed right there, so that was actually really good for killing. In fact, let's look at the units at 29 to 22 in favor of killing. So he kind of like evened up the game, in my opinion. Once this natural kicks up, they should be about the same amount of probes. And that was pretty cool right there. He used the mass recoil. He's like, you know what? I'm not even going to take the risk. Let me just go back home. I did a lot of damage with those Oracles. Let me just play defensive at this point.
And here comes the Phoenixes. The Phoenixes are going to come in and scout. But really, I mean, he could plant that Mothership Core, technically. And take some good shots.
That is definitely true. More Void Rays actually coming out from killing. That's a interesting decision from him. I feel like
isn't Phoenix better than Void Ray?
Yeah, like if you go for like Phoenix, double Stargate Phoenix with range, you can actually kite the Void Rays pretty well, and it's really hard to deal with that if they're really on top of their Phoenixes. But we will see what goes on. Do you see +1 attack air weapon going up for killing here? So he's trying to get those upgrades really early.
I think he's gonna stay air. Could we see the almighty carrier? I love the carrier. I'm a fan. Anyone asks you if you've played in mono battles with me, it's 90% carrier. But here we go, guys. Some harassment coming out of the Phoenix, and they're actually doing their own job at killing probes.
Killing off 10 workers total now, so actually Gemini pushing back towards his lead right now. Should be able to set up a third pretty soon here.
Oh, look at this. So the Phoenix kiting the poor Void Rays.
Yeah.
And not one Phoenix dies. Yes, some took hull damage, but not one died. And that's impressive right there.
Yeah, I'm liking Gemini's position right now. We'll see what Killing wants to do, though. He does have 4 Void Ray, so he does have the Void Ray count. The bad thing is Gemini actually doesn't have the range, and that's actually going to cut into a factor here when it comes to dealing with these Void Rays. Having 7 range compared to 5 is crucial in this Void Ray Phoenix battle in the mid game.
He just keeps producing Void Rays, though. I mean, or he's now producing. Killing's actually going straight to Oracle again, so maybe doing some more harass.
No, it's actually
oh wow, he gets them to pop a Guardian Shield. I mean, yeah, you took some major damage. He's gonna lose a Void Ray, but he actually lost 2 Phoenix. So I'd say that's actually a lot better for Gemini there, or not Gemini, but Killing. I mean.
The Oracle is a interesting decision.
Maybe
because the Phoenixes can actually track them down. Like the harassment's okay, but the Phoenixes are always faster, so the Oracle cannot escape.
They're going back to try harass that.
Oh wow, yeah.
And there's the Oracle. He's just having a field day, and he's like, "I'm just gonna go home now."
Oh no! What are you doing?
Oh, he's gonna die.
That should have been a field day. He had nothing back at home. You do see Void Rays on the way for Gemini. Second Stargate as well for him. Killing, on the other hand, going to be adding on a Twilight Council, and looks like he is going to be expanding.
He's got to. I mean, he's got to keep expanding. He's got to, you know, this is turning into one of those long macro games. So.
Now the question is he gonna rush for Storm, or is he just gonna be getting that Twilight Council just to get charge lots and some Archons mixed up with his army here?
I would say just to me as a Protoss player, I'd go straight Archon.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it doesn't make sense to try to storm the Protoss as much. I mean, yeah, he's got a lot of Zealots there, and that will do some work. The Void Rays will kind of eat storms. They can take a lot to the face. So I feel like the splash damage from an Archon, since it can just crush shields and, you know, whatnot, is just a lot better. But here comes Gemini. Gemini's moving out. We do have... Ooh, another Phoenix goes down. So those Phoenixes really aren't doing much, and Gemini looks like he wants to get offensive, and Killing's going to have the defender's advantage here.
Yeah, exactly.
High ground and defender's advantage.
He's going to have that Photon Overcharge once his Nexus is done, and I cannot believe he's actually waiting for this Nexus done. Yeah, now he can't really push into this, I don't feel like. I feel like just the Photon Overcharge itself should be able to push this away.
Oh,
but he has a huge supply lead. I mean, it's 140 to 118. Where is that all into? Alright, so it's mostly in the army supply. It's 80 to 64.
Yeah. I mean, basically what Killing did is he tried to do that early harass. Kept trying to... He's been trying to push some oracles, trying to whatnot. And here comes actually a hallucinated Phoenix, tried to get a scout off. And not much. Oh, no, it's DTs.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, boy. And there is not a damn bit of detection out there. I know I'm not supposed to swear. But, oh, my God. Is there even a Forge down for him?
Forge is about to finish up. He needs to Chrono Boost out 2 Oracles right now. That's what he should be doing. But instead, he's still making Void Rays?
Oh, my
he's making,
God.
Oh, no. And he's supply blocked. Oh, no.
DTs.
He's supply blocked.
Oh, look at them!
These are definitely going to help him out when it comes to supply.
Oh my God! And they are just chewing up the main mineral line. And
natural, third, pretty much all taken up.
Everything. Oh my God! DTs, and there's not a bit of detection. There's no oracles. There's no nothing. Oh my God. And Flatline, how many probes have been eaten at this point?
Over 9,000. No, I'm just kidding. It's like 52 workers are going down right now. But damage has been done. I mean, he's going to lose this Nexus at the third, at least. He's still losing probes over here at the natural. Oh my goodness. This is just...
he's not going to lose the...
Oh, he saved it. Nice.
He saves it, but I mean, probes are still dying. I mean, we have 1 mining base right now.
He has to go for an all-in behind this. He's down to 23 probes. There's 60 probes out for a Killing here. I don't like Killing moving out on the map. I would actually just stay back. You know you had the huge advantage. Just wait about 1 or 2 minutes, and then you could push. That was actually really, really huge. Now he can transition into Archons, get some charge lots as well. The Archons are really good in the sense that the splash damage could do quite a bit against those Void Rays since
air units he's sending out more DTs.
Oh, he doesn't have any more Revelation though. I mean the Envision.
Oh my God.
Oh,
no,
he has one.
He has one.
Okay.
Oh my God, I was about to say, is he gonna walk up more?
Oh, he has one over here at the third though. Oh my goodness.
Oh, more probes are dying. Well, here we go. This is the move out right here. Killing actually has a 30 supply lead. And there is charge, and oh my God, this is just Void Ray Central. These Void Rays are super upgraded. Oh my God.
And it's pretty much game over right here. I mean, Killing just has too much supply. The DTs pretty much just put a halt in production. There's a GG coming up from Gemini. Killing taking the second game, tying up the series 1-1. In this best of 7 format.
Wow.
Oh my goodness, that was pretty sick. The DTs.
That was some hero DTs right there, sir.
Those were definitely get those purple hearts. Well, at least the ones that actually stayed alive. I don't think any of them stayed alive actually. Was this one worked in? No, yeah, this one was worked in. But yeah, that was how many workers in total? That was 66 workers he lost at the end of this game. And all came down to detection. And see, when you go for this Stargate play, it's really you want to get mass void race, but you still need to constantly scout to see if he's actually transitioning. You need to see his transition. If he sent a hallucinated phoenix inside there, or his phoenixes inside the main, saw the DT shrine, I'm pretty sure he would have been in decent shape. In fact, he would probably have a huge advantage. But that was unfortunate for him. He didn't scout it, and then he got punished.
Yeah, that was definitely... So we're getting into game number 3. So definitely not an all kill here. So no extra points, no, you know, no nothing. So we're just... It's going to be a slugfest now there, Flatline. Big ol' slugfest. Are you ready for a long one?
I'm ready for a long one, man.
Alright, I just want to make sure we're still latched on and TL. I have this utter fear that sometimes we do lose it. We have not, so that's good. So let's get rolling in. And so we have Killing staying out there, and will we see a Zerg finally?
Looks like they're actually going to be sending out a Terran. It's going to be Acid for Soviet Gaming.
I've never seen Acid play, so...
Me neither. I've actually haven't seen any of these players play, but...
I'll let you do the intros, though.
Alright, so spawning on the bottom left on Cloud Kingdom, it's going to be the blue Terran. Going to possibly get revenge for his teammate. His name is Acid. His opponent... Top right, won the last game previously with some excellent DT play coming from him. He is Killing.
Yeah, definitely. So we have another PVT. I mean, really, it just, you know, should be interesting, to say the least. So,
yeah, we'll see if any of these decide to play a little bit different from the other games. I would believe Acid would actually go for a gas before he expands. Just because of the fact that this map's pretty good for Blink, and you actually want Widow Mines quite early. Just because of this ledge. And on top of that, you can either go for that, or you could go for a Reaper. And the Reaper could give you like very quick scouting inside the Protoss main.
Or you could proxy Reaper into the third and just start jumping up there. I've seen that, so... I'm not saying I've ever done it. I'm just saying I've seen it. So
that is true. Do you see that gas and barracks on the way from him?
Mass Widow Mine. Oh wait, sorry. He's got actually a really cool icon down there.
Yeah, this skull.
Yeah.
I was like hypnotized by it when I was like doing the intros.
I'm kind of looking at it. We're gonna zoom in on that one for a sec. That thing is freaking ridiculous.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome by Blizzard to implement more of these.
Yeah, the badges and all. I mean, while it's just for looks, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's just going to be buying into the casuals, and then I'm hoping or possibly going to be seeing teams, you know, have their logo in the game itself.
Wouldn't that be nice? I mean, coming from you guys are OG and you are, I mean, yeah.
That would be pretty damn cool. Have your players with that logo. So anybody playing against them on ladder sees that logo, they're like, oh, okay. I know what team he's on.
Well, they also could tell because, oh, we're playing SG right now.
Yeah, but then SG could be like super gaming.
Oh, yeah. Like everyone, like My Intent's got, you know, there's another My Intent, but in the EU.
Yeah, it's My Insanity.
Yeah, My Insanity. We have what's that pylon doing for Killing over there?
Looks like he might be going for that proxy Stargate style. He does have 2 gas, so definitely going to be some kind of tech-oriented build. And Acid, going to be going for that reactor expand, possibly going to be throwing down that factory once he has 100 gas. And he does.
Oh, and look at this. Here comes the Reaper. There's nothing in the base yet. So now here comes the Stalker, but Reaper's going to have to run away. And he will get away, and now the Reaper can go heal itself.
Yep. And I think he's going to go in one more time to confirm it. What you want to do is actually see how many pylons his Protoss has. He has 2 pylons in his base. You need to have 3 as a Protoss player, or else your supply blocked.
It's a proxy Twilight Council?
possibly, I'm gonna say DTs. But seeing that it's only 2 pylons, and this is the cool thing about the Reapers, they're so damn fast. You can scout the entire map, and we'll see if he actually scouts it on time. Do you see a barracks on the way and a very fast engineering base? So it looks like he's not gonna opt to defend with Widowmine. In fact, he's just gonna prioritize just Marines and just use the engineering base to get a very quick +1.
What he's trying to do with the Reaper here?
Oh, is he gonna scout this? Oh my gosh, he's gonna scout this, isn't he?
He does.
He does scout it. He does see the Chrono Boost on the Twilight Council as well, so he knows something's being Chrono Boost. Is not gonna be DTs. Now he needs to figure out. I'm pretty sure he knows it's Blink. I mean, I don't think there's any charge lot on in TVP. But if it is, all you do is just wall off.
Yeah, now you look at this, and 1 Stalker to rule them all. Oh.
And this is actually pretty nice by Yas. He's got a bunker up top on the main to deal with the Stalkers. We do see the Mothership Core going across the map. And 2 more Stalkers going to be joining up with his first one.
And oh, there's the Reaper. That Reaper's not going to make it. He's like, oh, I'm too fast.
Then the Stalker's going to blink and be like, not fast enough.
Yeah, here's his 3 buddies warping in. That Reaper's like, oh, shit. And that's it. He's just like, okay, we're good. And here comes... Oh, is he going to recall into the base?
No, I think he's just going to blink straight up inside there. But
oh, yeah, because he's got high ground vision. He's got blink.
He sees those 2 bunkers. I would not think he would do that.
Now he's just revealed blink. That's not good. But there's 2 bunkers in the top base. So he's really going to have to blink and kind of like run to the back of the line, I guess.
I would actually... I mean, Acid has as well defended. I don't think he's going to budge through his whatsoever. I would actually prefer if Killing went for Contain, but it looks like he wants to end this now.
I wouldn't do this. I mean, this is just bad. I mean, he has nothing to really kind of... This is just rough.
What are you doing? Yeah, this is not looking good. By contain, I meant like I would actually just push the front and try to force the lift off, and then just keep him inside his base.
Yeah.
Because now he's just super behind. It's 45 to 53 in favor of Terran, but Terran has an expansion behind this. Killing doesn't, and Killing like you said,
he's going DTs. 1 behind Dark Shrine, says Day 9, and there's our Dark Shrine. So this is pretty all-in-ish, but did you notice there's a missile turret in the middle line of the main?
Yeah, I think he built that preemptively because he was like, oh, it could be proxy Stargate.
Yeah. So I mean,
that's actually going to help him.
Little does he know that actually is good.
Yeah. The DT Shrine's about to finish up here. It's about 75% done. He's also expanding behind this, so...
I mean, it's not an all-in, but by far, it's going to be rough.
Yeah, it's a huge investment. I feel like he needs to get like 14 workers kill. If he doesn't get anything
or he needs them
that.
On the... Because it looks like 27, 24. So there's actually no scans available right now. So if he can get rid of the bunkers, that actually might be good for him.
Yeah, that is true. We do have Stem finishing up combat shields on the way. And that starport.
Here we go. Here comes 3 DTs. I would actually go after those bunkers.
There's no missile turret over there. He's not building them there. He immediately throws down 2 missile turrets over here at the natural, but he's going to be able to bust through this. Did he not repair that supply depot so the DCs are actually going to be able to go inside the main? But there's a turret right here. Needless to say, will Acid actually protect it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
No! But there's a scan.
But he's going to scan. Yeah, so he's going to be able to pick off 2 of those DTs, but the 1 DT is still alive here, and the turrets are still...
He's got another scan now. There's the other scan. DT goes down. At this point now, he's got a missile turret in the front, a missile turret in the back. DTs are...
Oh, what are you doing? Oh. Okay,
he now knows.
The good news about this is that he burned all the energy from Acid. So Acid can't really move out until this 3rd command center is done. Then he could actually move out. So he's just going to have to stack up on a lot of units. Meanwhile, back over here Killing, trying to get his income started over here at the natural. But It's just not there. I mean, he's down to 36 probes. He doesn't have any tech. He's getting charged. There's no upgrades behind this as well. It's just really, really rough for him in this position. He's actually moving
I'd actually go Archons
Templar.
with those DT.
Yeah, he's moving the Dark Templar behind here. That's actually an interesting decision. He would actually want vision to know when he's moving out. And try to force scans while he's moving out. But he's actually going for a double medevac drop. Looks like it's going to be rallied towards the main. And Killing looks like he knows about it.
He kind of feels it. I don't know if he scouted it, but he feels it.
Well, he also has the watchtower, or has his watchtower, so they are moving in the front. He can actually reposition his stalkers. Here comes the medevac, so nice blink under. It's going to be able to snipe off one of them.
And, there's one. Poor
Marauder.
Wow.
Doesn't even kill the probe. Oh my goodness. That medevac almost died. Down to 33 HP.
Yeah,
and things like that is actually going to be... I cannot believe he did that. I mean, he had a huge lead. Why would you take a risk like this? And it looks like he spotted that drop with that probe. So he's heading his stalkers down here. Looks like they want to take out this Twilight Council.
He actually might. He has another drop he can drop in the main. There's the blink forward.
Now he does have a mothership core, so he's going to be able to photon overcharge that, focus fire the medevac, and then the main should be easy cleanup for him. And here comes that drop that you were talking about inside the main. He's going to be able to pick off a couple of probes inside the gas.
Oh, but he's not photon overcharging here, so all these probes are just dying.
Yeah. Well, he's actually doing not that bad.
No.
But he lost quite a bit of probes there. I mean, he lost 16 workers in total right now in the game. And that's just not helping him whatsoever.
No, this is actually... He's actually in a pretty good spot. Acid's in a very good spot at this point. He does need to take that third, though, because he's getting kind of oversaturated. So...
Yeah, I think he's just going to go straight up and bust him right in front of the map. But with this scan, he sees the Archon, he sees the Zealots. And when this +1 armor kicks in for him, I feel like Acid should be able... Yeah, I feel like Acid should pretty much win right there. We do have +1/+1 going for Killing here. If you could buy enough time, if you could try to play towards the late game and get that 3-3, he might have a shot of coming back and winning this game.
Yeah, it'd be a 3-3 with... You know, the normal Colossus, Death Ball. But he does have Archons, and that is going to play huge. He's trying to get Storm, I understand that.
The train has arrived for Acid, the SCV train, as he's pulling 15 SCVs with his army.
So he definitely wants to make this known that... And look at the amount of Marauders, though. Oh my god.
Yeah, this is... not going to be good for his stalkers whatsoever. I feel like this is a very good mix of Acid. We'll see if this is actually going to be enough, though. With the photon overcharge, he should be able to block this off a little bit better. Use a time warp.
No, but here comes the big drop.
Oh,
he's going to lose
blink. But is it enough? Nice time warp. Going to be slowing down the pressure here. And it's not going to be able to do any damage. I feel like Killing
DT's in that mix still. And he's going to have to either scan or do something. And that actually is really big. Killing actually came out pretty well of that one.
I cannot... Yeah, he is coming back. This is remarkable. I mean, he lost 15 SCVs in that process. I mean, he sent it with his army. He is trying to get this third. He still hasn't killed this pylon. He actually sent all of his units over here towards his watchtower. So he's going to try to do one more bust here. And if Killing holds this, I feel like Killing's going to have a huge lead.
Drop in the back. And it's just 4 Marauders. Oh, but look at this.
Killing to pull everything.
Oh my god.
Killing in a very bad position right now. And he's losing probes at the natural. He's not doing anything over there. He's focusing too much on this little drop inside the main. It's just a nice way of forcing the opponent to get out of position. And this is why the medevac drop gets really difficult to hold. You get out of position, snipes the Nexus at the natural now.
Oh, but now it's going to be coming down in single file. He's got a Storm.
Yeah, he's got storms
Metamax are
on the
actually
way.
out of energy.
I think he wants to preserve his storm because he's gonna go for one bust. He's gonna go for one all-in, and it's gonna come down to it. I feel like Acid's in a humongous lead after sniping that natural.
Oh, there's the storm. Beautiful storm.
Oh,
Wow.
yeah, it's 55 to 87 in favor of Acid. So Acid just needs to hold this. I'm pretty sure he knows this, but he doesn't have any bunkers at the third. Might just lift it and just bring it back into his main.
That's actually
Just hold it
really
at the
smart.
natural.
He is making a few Widow Mines, though, so I think he's hoping that he'll walk right over it. So,
He's gonna be positioned at the start. I'm not sure exactly what he's doing. Oh, he's waiting for these zealots to rejoin up with his army.
Yep.
He is 1-1. Acid
wait, is
1-1 as
Acid
well.
moving out?
He is actually. Wow, why? So he's moving out right now, and this is actually not what you want to be doing in this situation. And this Widow Mine is going to be coming over here. It's actually going to be denying the.
Oh,
The
look
mine.
at this. Oh, I was about to say, is he really
Oh.
gonna...
This
Oh,
is
but the
really,
army
really
is
scary.
split.
This is really, really scary for Acid. And nice
there's
engagement
a-
spot, but look at that. Yeah, this is what I was talking about. The storms. He has nothing to deal with the storms. This is why you want to bunker up. Bunkers don't really take damage from the storms.
Oh, there's a DT, though.
Just gonna scan, snipe that. Nice job
Now
by
it's
Acid.
gotta
He's
be-
gonna lose all these units though.
Oh, no. Big storm.
Oh, he saves that High Templar. Nice. Every unit counts for killing right now. It's 65 to 82. And now Acid's like, okay, I can't take this as a joke. Puts guys in the bunkers. Has a Widow Mine over here. It's gonna be able to spot and do some damage before they get in. And if he actually target fires with the Widow Mine, he might be able to
Oh,
take
look at
out
this.
some High Templars. Oh, this is
No,
sick.
the Colossus.
This is sick. But why would you move with it?
I don't know. I got confused. But big storms. He's coming up. He actually storms his own units. And that is going to be it. GG. Should be going out here. Oh.
Yeah, that was I mean, Killing was fighting his way back. I give him props for that.
He
That
was far
one-
this way.
I mean, he saw four Marauders and 3 medevacs, and he's like, I gotta bring all my units. And then he just lost his natural because of that. But
Yeah.
I felt like if he didn't do that, I felt like he would have been. He actually came back in the game and actually tied it up.
And everyone keeps saying use the middle mouse. Little do they know, I don't have that on my mouse. I run an old school mouse. It is what it is.
Use your keypads. Oh my gosh. Come on.
That's what I use.
Oh. Then I don't know.
I use my keypad. Alright, so let's do this. Back into game. We're on... This is just game 4. This is back and forth, sir. Would we go to all 7 games?
That would be setting the stage for the debut of URTL Season 2.
Yeah, I'd say that.
Let me see.
Alright.
I'm not in the replay.
Oh, I didn't get you in there. Ah, I thought I hit watch. I am failing at life with this. And oh my god, it's tough in the channel. One of our other casters. We actually have a lot of our casters are watching. So. Alright, now I got you in there. Alright, so.
So it's tied up, I think, right? 2-2?
No, it's 1-2
oh,
right
it's 2.
now.
Oh, yeah, it's 1-2. It's 1-2. I'm sorry.
1-2. We are getting on. Here comes OG sending out finally a Zerg.
Yeah, wow. Let's Yeah,
It's
I
our
haven't
first
seen a
Zerg of the
Zerg.
night.
Yeah. Feel bad for them. They have like the coolest units too. Like I love the Viper. Well, I hate facing it, but I love it. I don't know how to describe it. As a Protoss player, I hate facing it, but it's so cool the way you can abduct. It's like, get over here! And then you can like do the blinding cloud stuff.
Alright, so here we go, guys. Spawning on top of what we finally have is the Zerg that we've been looking for. We haven't had a Zerg yet. So it's the red Zerg for Team OG oSpire. It is Steadfast. And spawning up in the top, it is the Green Terran who just won, and it was a very good win, I must say. For SG, it was Acid. So...
Yep, it's gonna be on Whirlwind. This map is actually pretty good. The position is very ideal for the Zerg player, but as the game progresses, will the
I like
bio drops become just too much for the Zerg to actually handle? Because you're gonna get stretched out quite a bit as the game goes longer and longer and longer. And it's really frustrating for Zergs to actually track the Terran players down.
I do like this map a lot. I'm not gonna lie. So, I mean, it all depends on how steadfast his creep spread is. Honestly, that's gonna be huge, because if he gets some really good creep spread and really gets it covered to like over, in that 4th or whatever it might be, the 4th or 5th. So, it just really could get crazy. But I mean, we do have the Terran. The Terran, he did really well. I'm not going to lie. Acid did great. So.
Yeah, like you said, it's going to be all down to the creep coming up from Steadfast. So I assume that he's going to do that 4-queen opener that a lot of Zergs like to do.
Well, it's really strong. I mean, 4 queens. Queens are just great right now.
Yeah, I don't think there was ever a time where the Zerg's like, I should have never made that queen.
No, because they can do... I mean, they take air really well. They spread creep and spit larva.
And they transfuse. They keep your units alive.
Yes. Completely agree. And Abs, get rid of links in chat, please. We do not want links in chat.
And it looks like he's going to be scouting with his drone. It's going to be... He knows Acid's over here, but he doesn't know that he actually got gas. We're going to see what Acid wants to do with this gas. He actually has 2 in the gas.
Maybe Reaper?
If it was going to be Reaper, I feel like he was going to go with the Reaper before the Marine.
Okay.
Might just be the reactor expand.
Okay.
That he kind of did in the... in TVP. Do you see that command center going down for him?
I do.
He's actually going to be going for a factory very, very early. With the reactor, so it looks like he might go into, 4 Hellions to gain map control, and then possibly I would like to see him do some bio Widow Mine composition.
I want mech.
You want mech?
I want mech. I demand mech. I love mech play.
You want like 80 blue flame Hellions just sacrificing themselves to kill all the drones?
I want 80. I want battle Hellions coming in, and then I want Thors to go basically splashing over top, and then I want Banshees, and then just to piss them off, Widow Mines behind the line. That's what I demand.
Then Hunter Seeker missile on like a medevac, like go bomber style and boost that thing over the army.
You got it.
That was actually pretty damn sick. I'm not sure if anybody missed that, but
I saw
pretty sure
it
they could
and
find that GIF.
I saw it and my mouth just dropped.
Yeah, that
Who
was
thought of that? I mean, how do you think of that?
Gotta be Korean, man. That's obviously why.
Is that what it is?
Well, I mean, what could it be? I mean, I don't see any North Americans doing it.
No.
Or Europeans.
No, I definitely don't. And I don't hate Zerg. I love Zerg, but I just love mech. I don't know why. Mech has just been one of my favorite things to watch. It's like this... I don't know why it's like slow. So you kind of watch. It's like that, you know.
Oh, I understand.
You know, just this big giant unit, and it just comes out, and you just feel like I could have killed you 4 times before, but it's gonna be like now that I let you get this far, oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
So.
It's kind of like those speed arts you see on YouTube, like the portrait art guide from the Team Liquid community. He like posts up some speed arts. It's like watching him. It's like very slow, meticulous, like how he draws the stuff. But then when it unfolds, it's like the most amazing thing you've ever seen.
You mean like Bob Ross? Who does not love Bob Ross? Actually, you know what? I will give Steadfast a lot of credit. If you look at his OV placement, getting back to the game, he's got one really just kind of staring right at the natural. Now he's got one in the back of the base that he could actually sack if needed. To see what's going on in the main. So I mean, we're doing pretty good here. Steadfast is feeling good. He's got his third up. Creep spread is looking really good. Zerg is gonna wall off with these Evo chambers.
Oh, yeah, but he's able to pick off. Might be able to pick out 2 more Hellions here. That would be really. He's really
actually
nice
got another. Oh my god! If he just stopped that one Hellion, he'd get that.
No, his brothers are like, you shall not. Pause.
That poor Zerg. I wonder what Zerg tastes like. Anyone think about what a Zergling tastes like?
I would think Korean barbecue.
Korean.
Alright, so the third is gonna finally finish up for Steadfast. It looks like he's gonna just be droning up behind us. Getting +1/+1 Baneling Nest on the way, Lair on the way, Roach Warren on the way.
I mean, he is just doing solid. This is actually... This is really solid build out of Steadfast. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I'm really impressed. He's droning up beautifully. He's got creep spread pretty much all vision. I mean, look at vision, spreading his OVs all over the place. I mean,
it's like a pepperoni pizza. It's just like
it really
just
is.
Red spots everywhere on the map. And I like that Roach Warren addition that he had. He saw a little bit more than 4 Hellions being produced from Ashes, so he's like, the possibility of him going for Blue Flame Hellions. Let me get a Roach Warren. So I like that quite a bit from him, but I'm pretty sure he's going to be going to Ling Bane. Actually, he's getting the Roach Warren speed, or Roach speed.
And he's got centrifugal hooks, so you're going to have Baneling speed. But I mean, look at this. All this stuff is getting just scouted by Steadfast. And he's like, oh, okay, well, here comes some stuff that's going to come into my base, and it is what it is. I'll take care of it.
Yep, we do see Spire on the way for him as well behind us. So after this little aggression, I do think that Steadfast is going to put on some kind of harassment with the Midas.
There's a scan. He's going to try to get rid of a lot of the creep. He's going to get the queen, but there's a lot of lings that are going to come running in here. And he better get...
The Hellions are in excellent positions. Yeah, the...
Great placement. Those lings are actually all going to die.
Oh, and wow.
That was pro placement by Acid right there.
Yeah, that pretty much just changed the complete game right now. The Hellions in the back, Marines in the front, the Medevac's healing the Marines. The Marines were never going to die. The Hellions doing this extra splash damage to the Zerglings, and that was just not the engagement Steadfast should have taken.
Yeah, I mean, that was... He had... Oh, that's just so... He had Banelings. Make a few Banelings. You're not going to lose the base. So, I mean, to me... make a few Banelings. But, I mean, he's not in a bad spot. He's actually expanding to a 4th right now. He's going to get it dropped. He's probably going to have to cancel it. Or not. And
yeah, it looks like he's going to rely on... he does have Mutas out, so actually he should be fine. He should be able to deal with this quite easily with some Zerglings. The Mutas should be able to clean up the medevac.
You mean one Muta right now?
Well, no, he has the others. Yeah, there's the others. Well, he, like, stopped to take a quick break.
They needed a
we do see a... Yeah, we do see a
Oh my god, he's going to lose the Mutas!
Oh, no.
Why would you do that?
Now he does have some banelings going up. 10 banelings on the way, so he should be able. But this push from Acid looks pretty damn scary. He does have some Widow Mines with this 4 Widow Mines with a lot of Marines here. They're not upgraded though, so his upgrades are lackluster right now at best. I mean, he's still 0-0, and it's 14 minutes in the game.
Yeah, this
Definitely
is,
not.
Look at this. He's
going
to catch some of the Marines coming in, so that's going to trick him to saying there's something coming. And here comes the Marines. The Marines are going to run up. And this is actually going to be a lot better engagement, I feel like, because here comes a holy god amount of banelings.
Yeah, he's trying to connect on most
splitting,
of them.
But there's a lot of mutas.
Yeah, but behind this, I mean, Acid did take out that 4th base with
but
that
there's
little
Widow
Marine
Mines
drop.
that are actually dropped right here. And they're going unnoticed, sir.
There's a lot of mutas out for Steadfast, so he's going to have to put some kind of aggression on with these mutas, try to keep the Terran back, but it looks like Acid's refusing.
Ooh, and a drone
letting
actually
that
gets picked off. So he should now know that there's Widow Mines there.
Oh, well, we'll see if he actually deals with it. Doesn't have any detection anywhere near. No spores, and oh, he does have a spore back over here inside his, at the 3rd here, but he's actually not positioning it to deal with these Widow Mines, as more Widow Mines are joining up with some more Marines.
Oh my god, look at this. He's running the Widow Mines in. Oh my god.
Well, the Queen's dead.
Yep, bye Queen.
And
Yeah,
he
and
finally moves his stuff.
But he moves right within. Oh wow. Those mutas take a giant Widow Mine to the face.
Yeah.
And they actually should have no problem cleaning up now. Widow Mines aren't going to get down. Yeah, I was about to say he's got to back up. And
Yeah, he's gonna have to. Boom.
Oh, that's actually really smart. And there you go. Drops the other ones. And that's not a bad engagement at all. Steadfast actually is on good amount of base. He's on 4 bases. Well, soon to be 4 bases. Where the Terran's on 3, and he's still going bio. And I mean, it's good, but you're gonna have a lot of banelings here. And look at the creep spread. This is what I'm talking about.
Yeah, the creep spread is definitely making it harder for Acid.
Oh my
to
god,
kinda-
and look at the lings. I was about to say, those lings better not engage yet. He's got a lot of lings. He's got to morph into banelings. And there you go, 18 banelings. And they're going to say hello.
We do also have Hive on the way. He's actually 2-2 before Acid's actually 2-2. I don't like this engagement
look at
from
this.
Acid. I would feel much better if these were 2-2 units, but he's actually going to engage before the 2-2 hits.
So many lings. And banelings coming in. He's got to split. Here comes the mutas. They're just here to help out and get rid of anything else. And wow.
Yeah, that was actually really, really good for Steadfast. He should be able to just take another expansion, tech up to Ultras, get 3-3, and the Carapace for his Ultras, and kind of like stomp this, because Acid keeps on throwing away units left and right, and it's not really... It does some damage some of the time, but then that trade was definitely not what he wanted.
No, and he's actually moving out. It looks like he wants to take this 4th out. But the mutas actually are coming over to this 3rd, and there's 3 Marines and a tower, and that tower actually will die. Oh, there's actually a 2nd tower in the back there, so...
The 4th is going to be contested over here with Acid's drop. Double medevac drop should be able to be dealt with pretty easily, and this is why creep is just so important. Look how fast he's able to just go across the map with those lanes.
Yeah, and look at the mutas are going to come up. And there's the baneling hits. And that's when you don't want your Marines behind the line, because banelings will make it really easy.
And it looks like Acid, once again, he's still putting on the pressure, and I mean as long as Steadfast defends this, I feel like the Ultra transition is just going to be too much, because you actually just need an overwhelming amount of units to kind of deal with it. But
ooh, look at this.
if you keep on resetting
Ling by Steadfast is blocking Acid's 4th base, so he's going to have to send something over to get rid of it.
Yeah, it's going to take this out pretty easily here. He's going to go over here, contest the 5th, might force a cancel here. We do see a double medevac drop also on the top side, going to be heading towards the 4th of Steadfast. Steadfast canceling that 5th base. We'll be dealing with that, but there's that drop at the 4th.
And the mutas are actually going over to the 4th. I think that's really smart. Because there's not a lot of Marines. And
They
he's
should
not
be able to deal
stimming.
with this.
And there we go. There's the cleanup of the other one. So, and that's that. I mean, Steadfast is just climbing away at this point. Dropping a 5th. He's going to drop a 6, it looks like. And he is just happy and content. And we have 5 ultras with 1 already out. So, he actually at this point might be looking to get rid of the mutas because of the ultras.
Yeah, I feel like he's just gonna box everything and just attack. Because what does Acid really have? He has 3 Thors? Well, Thors are not that good against Ultras, my friend.
No.
They're pretty good, but Ultras are a little bit better. Just a little bit.
Oh, wow, look at this. So, doing some really good little micro, getting a few workers, and just the mutas fly away as he gets up to max power here. And he's going to have adrenal glands. He's got his 3-3. He's got his chitinous plating. He's even throwing a few infestors into the mix, just, I guess, because. So.
And I don't know what the infestors. It could be for infested Terrans to kind of like detonate the Widow Mines, but there's no Widow Mines coming out from Acid. The other thing is, of course, just locking the units, because it's going to all come down to kiting those Ultras. And if you could fungal those units, it's going to be really, really good for you.
Yeah, and all those upgrades have finished. Chitinous plating just about to finish. He wants to wait the extra like 5 seconds here.
And look at this. He's actually doing that. He's actually waiting. This is so smart from him. He's like, you know what? I could take on this army, but why take the risk? Let me get the guarantee.
Yep, and he's got banelings now. 13 more banelings. Few more infestors. And really, he's just waiting until adrenal glands finishes too. It's really smart. His upgrades actually are finishing beautifully at this point. And he is fully upgraded, and yeah, this is just going to be a giant A move at this point for him.
Yeah, I mean, he just played this out very well. All he did was pretty much defend. Because the way Acid was playing was super aggressive. So if you're able to defend, you should be able to go for one big push and pretty much stomp him.
Yeah, this.
What does he have? I mean, he doesn't have any tanks to deal with the banelings. He's got some Hellbats with this composition, which could help.
But why is he sending Marines in? Why are you sending Marines in?
I think he's just freeing up some supply. He sent exactly 6 of them, so he can actually make another Thor.
So he's trying to get Thors as the answer, but I don't feel.
Yeah.
I don't feel Thors are your answer, because they're gonna have to figure out either what to deal with. They're gonna have to figure to deal with mutas.
Yeah, and like you said, they had to either deal with the mutas, they're gonna deal with the ultras, one of them. But the mutas are not the biggest concern.
And look at the mutas are actually going into the main base right now.
Oh wow,
and they're just actually getting damage.
Yeah, Acids. This is not something you want to deal with.
Oh, and he gets these upgrades. He sniped the upgrades.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's actually really, really huge. He's actually going to go over here towards the fort. He's going to be able to take it out in like 2 seconds.
And here comes the big engagement. And he's actually just going to... Oh, he's going to turn.
Oh, sick.
Big bungle. And this is actually what he wants. Everything is just fun. Just all over. And funneling everything down. And Acid is just... Yeah. Enough said.
I mean, and on top of this, the meters are on top of the production, so anything that comes out dies. And like, so that means Acid's pretty much checkmated.
And there's the GG. Wow. That, my friend, is, I guess, how you do it as a Zerg, right?
Yeah, he played that very well. I felt like Acid was just too aggressive. He never felt to just stay back and just macro. He just kept on throwing units. And honestly, it's a lot easier for Zergs to like remake units compared to Terran.
Now we're going to hear my dog for a sec. It sounds like my wife is home. Still no baby. We're doing good.
She comes, my water broke.
If she comes in, my water broke, I'll be like, guys, peace out.
Be like, well, patch it up.
I said I just pushed the baby back in. Hold on, let me close my door. Alright, we're good. Alright, so
The series is tied up
Yeah,
2-2.
2-2.
Wow.
alright, so let's jump in. Get right on to game 5. And see what we get. Jumped into lobby.
Yep.
And let's see if SG's got the answer.
They are sending out Waz, a Protoss player. So it's going to be a PVZ on Agalon Ways. Might actually cover up all the matchups today.
We probably might. I'd actually be pretty happy with that.
Yeah, we get a little of every single one. Little taste.
All right, here we go. Hit me up with those intros, sir.
Alright, so spawning on the bottom right, it's going to be the blue Protoss for Soviet Gaming. Series is tied up 2-2. Will he actually break it and put his team in favor? He is Waz. And his opponent's going to be the Red Zerg, playing very nicely in the last game, just defending. We'll see how his style is in ZVP, though. It's going to be Steadfast.
Yep. So we got Steadfast and a ZVP. It's one of those mixed bags, I guess you could say, for me. I feel like Protoss does very well in a ZVP. If, I've done well, I guess you could say. I don't know how you've been doing in ZVP. So.
Yeah, I feel like the late game is now favoring a little bit more on the Protoss side. But I've been talking to some Zergs. They actually are figuring out some pretty good compositions to deal with that late game PVZ. But we'll see how both of these players play this out. This is actually a pretty good map for Protoss. It's very easy to get that third. The fourth is it's a lot easier than the other maps, where you can just pretty much camp out between the ramps over here, between the watchtower and the natural ramp.
Yeah, I mean, really, it's kind of a nice. I like this map because you can kind of split it, so you can take 4 bases, possibly 5th, and just rock and roll it.
Yeah, you had that kind of like silent agreement for both players. Like, you don't attack me, I don't attack you.
Let's just build a big army and have some fun.
Yeah. Like, I mean, who wants to play with Zerglings when you could play with, like, Vipers? Like, come on.
Vipers and Ultras and Carriers and more Carriers, because I heard Carriers are really good, and a lot more Carriers, and maybe a Tempest or 2 mixed in, because I heard they're really good too. So.
Yeah, man, Tempests are pretty damn amazing. Those 15 range, the Zergs are going to be like, what the heck is hitting me?
Yeah. They're going to have to know there's something over top of them spotting the Tempest from all the way across the map.
Well, I mean, it could be an Oracle sprinkling their dust.
Yeah, that crazy dust of theirs.
A cool way to deal with that, if you have ground units, is like burrow and then unburrow. And it's gone.
There you go, guys. Pro tip of the night from Flatline. So we are on game 5, so we at least have 2 more games, sir. We have this one, and then at least game 6 if OG or SG decide to take it. So we are going to be fitting a tight schedule, shall we say. Because normally I would say our old schedule was 9:30 we would start the second clan war, but I was like, last year we never hit 9 o'clock. It was always we'd get done about 8:50, 8:55. You're good to go. So I was like, I'm just going to do this. Yeah. First clan war is going to come back and bite me.
Yeah, we actually see a gateway expand coming up from Waz, and this is starting to become a little bit more popular in Heart of the Swarm than Wings, just because of that Mothership Core addition. It's actually forcing Steadfast to get that gas inside his main. He's going to have to get that link speed before you even get a third. Because if you get a third before you even get link speed, it's really difficult to hold a 4 gate with just slow links. You could just kite them forever with the stalkers.
Yeah, you definitely need that. And it actually looks like he's just doing like a 3 gate I don't know. 3-gate. He's got a 4G's dropping. Is he just gonna wall off? It looks like, and just kind of. That's what it looks like to me. Waz is just walling off and saying, "I'm gonna macro up."
Yeah, I like this decision. I mean, this map encourages you to play a macro game. Why not play a macro game? That's kind of like if you were on a Toon Valley back in Wings. If you don't abuse that third base being so easy to defend, you're not playing the map right. You're just playing the matchup. I feel like in StarCraft you need to play the matchup and the map as well.
I definitely agree with you. I mean, I do like this play by Waz. He's going to macro up, get his 3 gates out, and really just kind of hold everything.
Oh my god.
What?
He threw down that 2 Stargates right off the bat. I mean, this is at before 650. That's gonna throw off the Zerg player off. I feel like his third base might get sniped if he doesn't scout this on time.
No, I definitely agree.
If you chrono boost out like 2 to 3 Void Rays and then have Phoenixes rally behind it, I mean, what can Zerg do? The Phoenixes are gonna lift up the Queens. The Void Rays charge up on the building, and it dies in like within 10 seconds. You just back off.
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of crazy. Wow, it's gonna get scouted though. Here comes the Ovi, so he's gonna know something's up when you see 2 Phoenixes coming in your grill really quick here. Wow.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised he's going for this. So he's going to go for the 8 Phoenix style. It's pretty much going to be like, okay, you cannot go Mutas. And,
yeah, well, it's getting scouted right now.
Yeah. And we'll see what Steadfast wants to do. I feel like he's going to throw down a Hydrogen pretty soon here.
He's going to have to do something. Hydras, I mean, I've heard they're pretty good. But if you force Hydras, then you're going to have to, well, hopefully get something that can take some shots from Colossus, because that's the switch. But look at this. There's a lot of links coming out of here from Steadfast, and it looks like he's going to go for those rocks.
Yeah, and I actually like this from Waz. You know, it got scouted, so he's like, you know what? I'm not making any more Phoenixes. And he's transitioning straight into that robotic, so he's going to actually be able to afford that Colossus switch it pretty soon here.
It's actually kind of playing a little mind game if you look, because the Hydra Den's going down, and we know how quickly Hydras do melt. So, and those links are still just chillaxing. And yeah, he drops his other 3 gates and really just kind of stops all play.
Yeah, he's actually not making any more probes, so this is very concerning. I feel like he's going to do a 2-base push with Colossus here. And we'll see if that's actually going to work for him. Because I feel like this all-in that he's about to do is like going to be pretty late here. But now he's trying to kill the rocks off, and now he's making probes. Okay, never mind. He's not doing an all-in. It's like really confusing.
Yeah, he's changing his mind a lot, basically. But there is mutas. We do have a where is it? There it is. Spire going down. So,
yeah, I think the Spire is gonna be. Will he go Roach? Yeah, he might go like Roach Hydra Corruptor, which is okay-ish. But if they get those Void Rays out, then it's like really bad. I start to see a lot of Zergs just get the Corruptor and just go for Vipers, because Vipers are so much better when it comes to dealing with that Colossus Void Ray composition.
Oh, he's gonna take those rocks out.
Oh wait, but the units are gonna get surrounded by the Lings. The Lings are gonna come over here. He's not paying attention. Steadfast gonna be able to pick off that Sentry and some Stalkers here.
Yes, he's gonna get all the Stalkers? No. But not bad, actually. It could have been, I mean, he could have held it a little bit better, but he's going for that 3 base. And that, I mean, at this point now, Steadfast should be like, okay, he's going 3 base. I should double, almost triple expand. And, yeah, I would do that personally, but that's just me.
You actually called it on the spot. He actually sees those double Void Rays being produced. There's no timing Wasp can hit anytime soon with the composition he's going to be going for, the Colossus Void Ray. So you need to play super greedy as Zerg and just expand, expand, expand.
Yeah.
So that way you have a huge economy that, you know, you could trade inefficiently, but just because you have so much money in the bank, you keep them contained on 3 base, you can kind of just keep on trading to the point where Protoss can no longer reinforce. He cannot remake his army, he can't really do anything.
Exactly.
And he's going to have to tap out.
I mean, that's what I would do. I mean, if I was Zerg, I go greedy. I mean, because at this point, there's really nothing else you should be doing. I mean, why push a base? Because, I mean, okay, there's 2 Colossus, there's Void Rays. That's great. Now these... Look at this. Look at the Hydras just melt.
Yeah.
I mean, Waz is in such a better place right now. Steadfast is just getting too greedy. I love it how he's been playing, because he's been doing very well, but he's got to expand. There's got to be another expanse coming out.
Yeah, he's getting his gases over here at his 4th, but I would like him to have a 5th base. But it's already. I feel like the 5th base might be a little bit too late now, because now Waz can actually push if he wants to. Because he has that 3 Colossus, and once he add on that 5th and 6th Void Ray, he could be pretty dominant on the map.
Yeah, and he's got +3 weapons coming out too. Look at that. +1 ground armor, +3 weapons. So these Colossus are just going to be OP.
Yeah, the Hive just finished. Hopefully... Oh, he's actually going to be going for Swarm Host. Interesting decision coming from Steadfast.
I don't know how they're going to play.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I actually don't know. It depends on how many Swarm Hosts he can make. And he's actually going Swarm Host, a Viper. Actually, this is starting to look really, really good for Steadfast. I like this composition he's going for. It's a lot of DPS is going to be put into the ground, and the Vipers are going to be there to help him out tremendously when it comes to
he can
blinding
just grab
cloud.
those
Yeah.
Colossus, bring them over, the Colossus die. And I mean, that's going to be really big.
Yeah, and there's really nothing Waz can really do. How do you engage when there's a Locust right there? You can't really send your whole entire army to kind of like deal with it, like try to protect the Colossus. You can't send the Void Rays in because of the Hydras.
Yep.
So that's what Steadfast looks like he's going to be going for, and that's a lot better. This is what I was talking about, just rushing for that Roach Hydra Viper.
But
would be
there's
really, really good.
a Warp Prism coming out. So is he... I'm trying to follow the line. Looks like he's going for that little dark corner in the main.
Yeah, this is what Protoss players tend to do when they go for that Void Ray Colossus. They go for a Warp Prism Harass, because it's only... You're just sinking minerals. You're not sinking any kind of gas. You're just going to be throwing in Zealots. In fact, I'm surprised he didn't pack it up with like 4 of his Zealots over here. But doesn't matter. He's actually... There we go. This is what I was talking about. Steadfast triple expanding right now.
Yeah. I think he should have done it a little bit ago, but that's just me.
Yeah, it's still fine. I mean, Waz looks like he is not looking to move whatsoever as he's getting this expansion over here. And he's getting all the upgrades. It looks like he's just going to be like, you know what? Fine. If you want to play this way, let me just get 3/3/3 air.
Yep.
With everything.
Exactly. He's going to get air. He's getting... Look at that. He's getting shields. He's on +2 shields. He's getting just tons of upgrades. And we do have a fleet beacon. Oh boy.
Yeah. The fleet beacon could possibly use for the upgrades, or maybe the Tempest, or it could be the carriers as well. The carriers would be...
I would like a carrier. Just one. Just give me one and I'll go pretty nerdy. So. Oh, look at this. All those OVs are going over the way of the Warp Prism. It's like,
They're like walking down the street and they see this one weird dude. They're like,
it's like, hey, what's up?
Wait a minute. Alright, so more Swarm Hosts actually being added. How many Swarm Hosts does he have? He has 5. He's going to have a total of 9 once these 4 pop out.
Look at the Swarm Host. Look at right over where the Observer is. That's kind of curious right there.
Yeah, and I like this by Waz. He sees that, okay, so you're going to be going for a Swarm Host. The best thing to deal with when a Swarm Host is make sure they don't get to that critical
He's gonna
number.
blink in. He's going to get a Swarm Host.
That's a nice blink, able to pick them off. Stalkers are a lot easier. You can give those away. I don't even care about them.
But he actually got one, so that's actually a really good blink. Lost no stalkers. Very smart play out of Waz, actually.
Yep, and he does have his warping and warp mode. He's almost maxed out, but he's not totally maxed out. But it looks like he's going to be able to be taken out pretty easily here. We have a bird roach over here trying to block off this expansion. That's pretty cute.
It's like, what's up, bud? Does he not realize that all these are basically cannons warping in? And now there's
that roach.
zealots.
That roach died.
That roach died.
Right,
Oh,
so
look at
he's-
this. Here it comes. We're going to take out number 5 or 6 base. I don't know what it is, but it's gone really quick. Waz takes that out. He's only got 3 Colossus, which is actually really smart. He doesn't need a lot. Looks like he wants to do a base trade here. And this actually isn't the greatest spot to base trade in because there is no outlet here. So Waz can come in and just destroy the Zerg army.
I don't know about this from Steadfast.
This
It's
is
a lot
actually
of...
probably not a really great engagement at all. Yeah, he's going to lose all of that. He's going to lose the base, but now everything is going to die.
Yeah, and that's what I didn't really like about it. I felt like if he... Like, he could have just sent half of that and it still would have done the same job.
Yeah.
But he would have had half of
Oh,
those
wait.
back with his army.
14 Swarm Host he's making.
Oh my... Now this is pretty sick. 14 Swarm Hosts, 6 Vipers. He also has those additional Vipers somewhere. I know he had Vipers, like, consuming some of these Evo chambers. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, there they are. Look at that full energy. So he's gonna have, like, mass amount of Vipers, mass amount of Swarm Hosts. But what does he have to deal with the Void Rays? He's making a wall of spores, which...
Not a bad idea.
Yeah, it is, but it's still not enough to deal with the Void Rays. He needs something mobile. He has a couple of Hydras to mix in, but this is a lot of Swarm Hosts. Oh my gosh, how many Swarm Hosts?
He's got a
22
burrow.
Swarm Hosts.
He's got a burrow.
Yeah, and he's actually out of position. The Vipers, where are they? Here comes the Vipers. No Blinding Cloud. Blinding Cloud is what you want. What are you... Okay. There we go. This is actually looking like a... This is a very good composition from Steadfast.
Yeah, this is really interesting. He's actually getting the Greater Spire, so he can go Broodlord if he wants.
Yeah, you could also do that. It would just be kind of... It would be like... He already has the Swarm Hosts to kind of like act like the Broodlords. But yeah, props to Steadfast. He's actually using a new unit, so I'm happy. He's using both the Swarm Hosts and the Vipers, my favorite
Look at
unit.
this. And he's actually going after that 5th base, and we do have a little bit of an engagement here. And the Swarm Hosts are way out of place here.
Yeah, I like that by Watts. He's like, oh, okay, so you have your Swarm Hosts there. Well then, let me just kill this off. Kind of scares Steadfast just a little bit here.
He's going to have to burrow all his Swarm Hosts. Oh, wait. Look at this. Waz is coming around. There's actually a pretty big wall of pokey eye spine crawlers. So, oh, look at this. So,
this is just a mass critical amount of Swarm Hosts. You actually just need Colossus, High Templar, just mass amount of that. It's the only way you're going to be able to deal with this composition.
yeah.
You need a lot of High Templars. You need a lot of Storm to deal with this. And he actually does that. He actually has 8 High Templars right now in this composition, so he should be fine. The Locusts are actually going the wrong way here. Now there's a huge timing to actually hit the Swarm Host. The Swarm Host cannot make any Locusts right now. You can see him unburrow, burrows back over here.
Oh, he's going for the base. Wait.
What?
I was about to... I think he A-moved or A-moved or...
His army is like hugging the rocks. They're like, we don't want to hurt you.
Wow, this is actually not looking good for Steadfast at all here, because yet again, those Swarm Hosts are out of place.
Yeah, you can actually just pop the Locust and then unburrow. Yeah, there he is. Now this is actually pretty bad by Watts at the same time. He doesn't have a Mothership Core with his army, so he can't really recall back. So this is pretty much all in. This is really hard to remake as a Protoss player. Just so much gas. I mean, you had the High Templars, you had the Colossus, you had the Void Rays.
Base to base. I mean, he is absolutely demolishing bases at this
But
point.
now he's trapped. He's trapped. How do you get out of here?
Yeah. This is where you want as a basically because he's
What do
only
you
got,
do in this?
Yeah, this is gonna get rough.
I don't know how Waz is supposed to get through this.
Oh, feedbacks on Vipers though.
Oh yeah, that's a nice way. And it looks like he's actually gonna be able to stomp this. Yeah, the Vipers just been dwindled down to only 2. He only has 2 Vipers. And that
That's
pretty much
huge.
changed the entire playing field.
That is absolutely huge. And oh, there is Tempest, and I see 2 being made.
This is actually hilarious. Just thinking about it. Waz is like, I don't care what you have. I'm just gonna go to base to base. I don't care where they're at. I'm just gonna kill everything.
Yeah, he's just walking around just destroying things.
Doesn't even care.
Let's take a look. 70 or 22 kill. Yeah, I mean these Colossus just have tons of work being done.
Yeah. And here comes some more locusts. Nice storms being connected right here.
Very good storms. And wow.
Yeah, Steadfast not looking like in the best position whatsoever. And his composition was nice, but like we said, the Viper, I don't know what the heck happened. He had that huge trap and then came down and he only had like 3 Vipers with his army. And I was like, wait, what? If he had like those 10 Vipers that he had a while ago, felt like that was like the best position you could possibly want for a Zerg player.
Oh, look at this. He's going after that one base. He's really dwindled down every base here.
Yeah, this is the
catching
last
some
mining
Vipers.
base. Last mining base for Zerg. It's 171 to 200 maxed out for Waz here.
And
And
he's got,
Waz
what do you do
is
with
just
2
looking.
Tempests in the back?
This is just looking really difficult for Steadfast. I'm not sure exactly how he's going to play this off. He does have 8 Vipers. And I think it's going to come down to like he has to get the sexiest of ducks in this game. If he could somehow get that and just charge straight in here with some Swarm Hose and Hydras and just pretty much stall out the production from Protoss, might have a chance of winning.
Oh,
But this is just a scary army coming out from Waz.
Oh, yeah. And here we go. Here comes the engagement. Locust just popped, but I don't think really anything there. Yeah, that's... I think he got one of the Colossuses, maybe? Nope, all 3 are still there.
Yeah. Those Tempests is making it really scary for Steadfast to actually use his Vipers now. So this is a nice little addition from Oz. He uses 2 of these Tempests to kind of be like, okay, if you want to dive your Vipers in here and try to abduct, you're going to take some shots. I think that's why Steadfast
here we
is
go.
scared.
This is just dropping everything. And
Yeah, Blinding Clouds are really, really good, but
that's just a lot of
I don't think
Void
it's
Rays.
enough. Yeah, and the Void Rays pretty much reign supreme. There's nothing really that can shoot up for Zerg here. As he's trying to regain this expansion on the bottom left.
But I think he lost his observer.
Yeah,
Because
he
you
lost his
notice
observer, but
he's
like, I don't even care. And yeah, there's the
There's the
GG coming
GG,
out
yeah.
from Steadfast. This is going back and forth.
Yeah.
It'd be pretty funny if both of these teams actually have snipers for every single one of these players. That's why it's going back and forth, because the snipers are winning.
This is just ridiculous. So now SG is in commanding lead. Yeah. They are 1 game away of winning Flatline. Are you getting tired yet?
It's getting pretty exhausting, but at the same time, it's getting pretty exciting because it's going back and forth, and it's like so close to, for both of the players. I mean, we still haven't seen Spanishivo played for SG yet, so I'm quite excited to see how he plays.
No, we're going on to game 6. This is the last player coming out for oSpire. So
Yeah.
this is their ace. This is the guy that really has to do everything.
Yeah, he has to finish the job, man. He's the closer.
Yeah, you see him come in, they're like, come on in, let's go. And this is like the losing battle closer, so And guys, if you do enjoy what you're watching, this is URTL Season 1, Day 1, Week 1. So please give some love. You can follow us at URGamers on Twitter. Just hit the follow button on Twitch, honestly. Right now, to apply for URTL, applications are closed. Season 3, we'll just keep watching Team Liquid and yourgaming.net for when Season 3 launches. I think, what do you think, Flatline? Would you like to see a bigger URTL Season 3?
As big as it could get.
I don't know how we're going to cast any more games, though. 7 days a week?
Well, you could, like, change the format, I guess. Like, make it, like, qualifiers and then have, like, the actual season. Kind of like what IPTL did. They had,
or
like...
we could do multiple different leagues. You have, like, your Contender League, your Premier. Like, you kind of start as, like, the Contender League and, like, the top 12 move on to the next league. And
yeah, that could definitely be... Oh, yeah, that's what IPTL does. They actually have those little divisions. You do these online things and you jump up from one to the other.
Yeah.
That's definitely another way. Like, jumps up to, like, 80 teams that's actually playing in this. Pretty damn sick.
I definitely would say so. So, let's move into game number 6.
I know, I was like, count. I was like, wait.
I'm going to have to relatch the new game because we're definitely not going to get done by 9 o'clock here. Unless we have 2 giant cheese games, so...
Maverick will 6-pull for us.
So Maverick's coming in. I'm going to hit you guys up. So we're staring right at OG's last best hope. It is not Obi-Wan Kenobi, but it is Maverick. And then spawning over on the right side here, it is the man that just showed that Swarm Host, while might be good, a massive composition of Protoss just will destroy all. It is Waz for SG Gaming. So we do have Waz versus Maverick. Maverick does have to win here to send it to the ace game. If he does not, SG does take it, and that's that. So,
yeah, I mean, he is gonna be playing under pressure, and that's definitely something you don't like to have over your shoulders. And I mean, because you are the last player, you are the last remaining hope for oSpire. You got to pull through. But on top of that, he actually was able to see how Waz plays PvZ. Now, he actually saw, okay, so you like to go for that double Stargate opening. So possibly Maverick has something up his sleeve to actually deal with that style from Waz. And Waz might have to just change up his build.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, what I also like to see really is, remember, Maverick did choose this map. So, you know,
yeah, this map is definitely a muta map. I feel like just a lot of air between both the main and the main from both players. You could see that, but then at the same time, we saw Waz go for that double Stargate opening. So we'll see what build Waz has. I mean, well, yeah, Waz and Maverick have. You do see that pull going down for him. Going to be expanding pretty, and the same thing from Waz. He's just doing the same opening that he did in the previous game. Just go for a gateway expand.
And it's going to get scouted out. And, oh, look at this. The gas steal going down by Maverick. How do you feel about a gas steal?
I actually like it. This is actually pretty cool. Actually, Waz goes for a faster expansion than the last game. The gas steal makes it where Waz doesn't have double gas. He can't do that double Stargate opening. You need that second gas really early in the game to actually do that if you want to. Look at this. He has to wait until that Zealot comes out to actually kill it. But then if you move the Zealot over here to kill the Extractor, then possible links can get in there. Kill out that Pylon, which would be really, really annoying for Protoss at the natural. So now he's in a dilemma. What does he want to do? He wants to kill the Extractor, or does he want to protect the Pylon?
You know, I would say protect the Pylon. You can work around one gas right now, but if the Lings come out and, you know, take out a Pylon or something goofy, then, you know, it's a little rougher because then supply blocks you. But it looks like he's going after the Extractor, so there's 2 Lings. It's only 2 Lings, really, though, coming back.
I was actually thinking that Maverick would make 4. It would be a lot better in this situation. But with just 2 links, I feel like Maverick should be. I mean, Waz should be fine.
Yeah, I mean, if those links go into the line... Oh, no, look at this. There's your mothership core. It's like, hey, what's up? There's a link.
Like, popped out of nowhere, and the link's like, oh, no!
Yeah, the link went, uh-oh. Peace out, bud.
Yep, and we do see that 3rd gas being taken from Waz very early, and that could just be because his 2nd gas was taken for quite a bit of time here. Actually, he doesn't even get that 2nd gas back inside his main, so he's just going to be staying on 2 gas.
It's just a different looking 2 gas.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm definitely liking this, though. I'm feeling it. This has been a great... You know what? While we're kind of in the lull and they're building, I'm going to say this has been a great opening game. I don't get to see the games before I pick when we actually put them in to cast them or anything like that. So I'd say this has been a great clan war. What do you think, Flatline?
Definitely. I mean, we've seen every single race so far. We've seen the new units. I don't think we missed any of them. Oh, wait, the Hellbat.
Nope, Hellbat was in that game. We had a few Hellbats.
Oh, yes, we did. So, see, yeah, we saw every single new unit. Definitely awesome so far, and it's looking pretty good for overall for both of the teams. They're both showing some excellent play. Do you see that 3rd base going on for Maverick? And it looks like he's going to be out there. Waz looking like he's going to put on some kind of pressure here.
But these lings are out there, and these lings actually will eat all of that.
Mm-hmm.
They're actually going for the Stalker, though. Oh, no, they're going to go for the Probe. That's actually really smart.
That is super smart.
Yeah, because now that pylon will not go down. And so now it's just the Mama Core and 2 Zealots. And it looks like they're going to go up to visit the 3rd base here. And I don't know if that's good because there's a lot of lings.
Yeah, he can't lose his queen, though, because that's the only thing that can hit up the air at that base.
Oh, look at that. He is going to lose the queen, though.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Yeah. Oh.
But really, the core's got to go away because there's not much that can happen at this point.
Yeah.
And look at all these lings.
Yeah, Waz has to warp in 2 more sentries. Paz probably didn't want that to happen as he's going into Stargate, going for some oracles right now. Poking a party. So over here, gonna be killing off a lot of drones here with this mothership core. It's up to 5 kills. 6 kills.
And he's just gonna take out the base if he wants.
Or that would just be like that'd be too much. I think the queen, once it gets out, is pretty much gonna be stopped though.
Yeah. No, the mothership core is running away because it figures the queen's probably gonna be on its way. But here comes the first oracle. And stopping. Nope, here it comes.
Yep, and the Overseer is going to be coming in here. He's going to spot the Stargate and the robotics. But the Oracle inside the main, getting some pretty good damage going on. Up to a total of 4 kills.
But the Queen doing its work, and...
Oh, but at what cost? I mean, he lost so many drones.
Yeah, but he can repop drones. 7 being made right now. We have a Spire coming down. Really, I mean, he's feeling pretty good at this point.
Yeah, I don't like this from
Especially with the Overseer sitting right in the base.
Yeah, I mean, he saw like, okay, you're not going Phoenixes, you're going Void Rays. I'm fine. It's only 1 Stargate too, so I could go for this mass Muta style.
Oh yeah,
and just double expand. Yeah.
3 base Muta on all the gases and everything. Please.
We'll see what Waz wants to do once he scouts this. He's going for Immortals and Void Rays. It looks like he's going to be opting to get a 3rd pretty soon here as he's putting up some pylons in front of his base. I like these pylons actually. It gives them vision.
Yep. And it gives them warping points too, you got to remember.
Yeah.
Because the bases are spread out. You know, once he gets past that 3rd, really he's got to move up the ramp, take out the rocks, or go over far to the right. So they kind of gives him like that whole warping. So it's really nice. But there's going to be a mass amount of mutas, 12 of them. Holy Jesus.
And his anti-air is 3 Stalkers, 3 sentries, and wherever his void rays are.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and a void ray or two. I'm looking.
We'll see
for the
how he
void
holds
rays.
this.
Oh, there's the 2 void rays.
Yep, we do see a fleet beacon going down and another Stargate, so he's gonna be well prepared for this. Did he scout the mutas?
Yeah, I think he did, because the Oracle is sitting right over top of it. So.
He is?
Or what?
No, he has
didn't.
never seen
No,
the
he
spire.
didn't see it.
Huh. Interesting. But that fleet beacon is going to be on time, so he's going to be able to get the range upgrade for his phoenixes. And it should be able to deal with these
I'm gonna
mutas.
ask you what Phoenix is.
Oh, he's not making phoenixes.
Yeah. I was gonna say, are you seeing a unit I don't see? Because I sure as hell see a lot of mutas flying into the main base.
I don't understand why he's getting the fleet beacon then. But anyways, the mutas are going to be able to go inside the main here.
And
Look
oh,
at
here
this.
we go. There's the evacuation, and he's going right after. Oh, this is smart.
Oh,
going
this
right
is
after
so smart.
that Stargate's going to go down, making the fleet beacon really just kind of useless at this point. Oh, but he's going after the upgrade.
Oh. Yeah, and now what he does, pretty much, is just camps the fleet beacon at Stargate. You're never going to get a pylon down there.
Oh my god.
Yeah, there's just too many mutas. He's expanding over here on the top left side behind this as well. I mean, what does
He could
Waz
actually
do?
get this. I'd actually say fly these mutas away, get some more. He's got 14 more being made, guys. And then just go back in, finish it off.
Yeah, I mean, the Stargate's unpowered, the fleet beacon's unpowered.
No,
the only thing he
Stargate's
has...
gone. He took
It
the
is?
Stargate out.
No, I mean the other Stargate. He has one right here, right next to the fleet beacon.
Does he? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
he does. It's unpowered.
Yeah, so, I mean,
Okay, here
it's
comes
really...
the first Phoenix. Against 30 Muta. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not gonna look really... It's gonna look pretty one-sided here. And look at this. This is what I was talking about. You just snipe the pylons, but actually he's not to do that. And there's really nothing you can do about it. You could lose
There's
these...
the GG right there.
Yeah.
So, yep. Mass Muta.
It's pretty good if you don't scout it. And it all came down to scouting, honestly. Waz was not prepared. I thought he was. He got the fleet beacon, he got the second Stargate. Maybe he was trying to go for very quick carriers or Tempest with that fleet beacon. I'm not particularly sure, but he was just not prepared, and so he was able to hover around the Stargate and the fleet beacon. And what do? He could lose like 1 or 2 meters, but if you cannot get that Phoenix range, you cannot get Phoenixes out, you're gonna lose.
Yep, give me 1 second here.
But you know what? Series is tied.
Yeah,
It's actually 3-3. So it's gonna be going down to an ace match.
Alright, so for the guys that are tuning in for Row versus FLC, you guys are going to catch the ace match of oSpire versus Soviet. Then we're going to take a 5-minute break. I'm going to get everything settled. Get our next caster coming in, which is going to be the one, the only Nan Man. Not that Frontline hasn't been amazing, but we are doing this up a lot different. I might have to change times next week. We're starting to see a lot of games that are going longer than normal.
I'm actually happy. We haven't seen anybody cheese, which is like my favorite thing anyways. I hate seeing cheese just because it just leaves that bitter taste in your mouth if you lose against that. It's like, ah, serious?
Yeah, so let me just make sure. I just want to make sure it latched right. So give me 1 second. Yep,
So
UR Gaming
it's-
TV has taken over the Row versus FLC. So we're just going to continue on this giant roll of day 1, week 1, opening night. So what do you think? Frontline, you think it's going to be a good season with what we've seen so far?
I think it's going to be a lot better than Season 1. Not to say Season 1 was horrible, but I mean, this is ace match. And it's the first game. I mean, first match for URTL.
Yeah,
That's
definitely.
pretty damn sick.
Yeah, we're getting the ace match right here, guys. So let's jump into it. You and me, Flatline, we're getting ready to rock and roll. And Nanman, get yourself queued up. I'll call you on Skype. And I'll just need 5 minutes to get up and walk. And then we'll jump right into Row versus FLC after this.
So it looks like Soviet actually is not sending out Spinicial. They're actually going to be using their Terran player.
0007? Well, why don't you hit us up with their intros, please?
Alright, so spawning on the bottom right, it's going to be the purple Terran, the ace player for Soviet Gaming. Will he win it? He is 0007.
Then spawning at the top.
It's going to be the green Zerg from oSpire. He is Maverick.
Yeah, definitely, guys. So while we have everyone here, basically, Flatline, why don't you give people where they can find you or whatever? So,
you could just pretty much follow my Twitter. I think my Twitter's synced up to everything. So twitter.com/flatlinesc2.
there
I
you
think
go.
it has my Twitch and all that stuff on the info. And
You stream
yes.
a lot, don't you?
Sort of. Recently, I just stopped because I was dealing with the flu. It was actually funny because when you said you were dealing with the flu, I found out that I was actually dealing with the flu. So I was like, okay, well, Pat just gave me the curse.
Yep.
But yeah, so I was dealing with the flu for the past like 2 weeks or so. I just started streaming yesterday, or today in fact, but it was just a coaching session just to get back into the groove, figure out the metagame and whatnot. But yep, into this game, we're actually going to be seeing a Barracks and Gas coming out from 0007. That's actually an interesting name. Every time I see 0007, I think of 007.
Yeah, I was
don't know
gonna
if
say
it's just you.
007, License to Kill?
Yeah. What does 0007 mean then?
Well, Maverick's just proving that when you can gas steal, just keep gas stealing.
Yeah. I mean, he might just do a cancel on this and just scout a lot with it. Would you see a Reaper going out from 0007?
So it's
And actually, he's
definitely
going to
Reaper.
finish this. Huh. He's actually finishing the gas, the extractor. Yeah, I'm not particularly sure what's the reason behind this. I'm guessing he's afraid of, like, 2 gas play. Oh, you know why? There is that Hellbat drop.
Oh,
though.
yes, on this map.
Yeah, and I think he's a little bit worried about that. You actually do need 2 gas very quickly as a Terran player to actually do that, so maybe that's why. Possibly. Do you see Maverick getting his gas as well? Pretty smart by him. To deal with the Reapers, you kind of need speed, or else you can't really move out on the map.
Well, I mean, you also put a spine down in the base and deal with the Reaper just with, you know, a straight-up spine and just call it. Because here comes the Reaper. Reaper's in the base, and he's going to get a few kills, actually. Maybe 1? Yep. No, not even 1 yet.
Oh, micro.
He's actually microing these drones
Yeah.
really well. Wow. Good job by Maverick.
Now, also, the Reaper actually has this ability to heal itself somehow.
Well, it's Super Reaper. He can just... You know how Marines have stim? Well,
Yeah.
Reapers have stim they give in the arm, but it's all good.
Yeah, it's
but there's
basically
Queens. Oh, look at this. The Queens are sandwiching these Reapers. So the Reapers have to leave.
Yep. And going back over here, 007 is getting 2 more command centers. He's going triple command center, getting a
What?
factory out.
Wow. This, I'm going to call it right here. I'm going to tell you it's either going to pay off in Groves or it's going to fail miserably. Because, yeah.
Well, we see a very quick Roach Warren coming out from Maverick. He's possibly going to be doing some Roach timing. So I'm going to say it's not going to turn out really well for 0007. We do see him going with the Hellions, trying to gain map control with these Hellions. Obviously, probably going to only go up to 4 Hellions and then go into some Widow Mines. Because if you're going to do triple CC, your main priority is to defend. Defend. Use the Hellions to map control so you can see what you're up against and kind of stall the push from Zerg if they ever go for some kind of aggression. Look at this. 8 roaches on the way from him.
Oh, yeah.
9.
9 roaches now. So, I mean, roaches coming out. Hellions and Reapers, not so good against that.
Yeah, I feel like even just 2 roaches could take on those 4 units.
So here we go. Here comes all the roaches. They're stomping on in. What do we have to take care of it? Is there actually a Widow Mine? There's a bunker with a Marauder.
Yeah, so the Marauder will be pretty good against the roaches. But you want to produce from all of your production right now. And there goes the Widow Mine, starting up 1 Widow Mine. But he shouldn't be producing SCVs, honestly. I feel like he should prioritize his units. But
And here comes the other Marauder in there, but repair's not going to happen. And now those Marauders are going down, and now it's just SCVs really. And there is a Widow Mine. Did I see a Widow Mine drop? I thought I heard it.
yeah, I heard it too. I don't know where it is though. Oh, there it is.
There it is.
It's
It
at the
took
bottom
a
of the
shot,
ramp.
and nothing really happened. And oh my God, they're going to get right into the base. And there you go. He's in the base right now. 16 more lings. They're going to start streaming in. They're going to pick off the upgrade. Stem upgrade goes down. And oh my God.
Yeah, this is not looking good for 007.
And he's actually just not taking on any of... he's going for the... Oh, wow. And
Alright, so he's going to lose all his SCVs
Yeah,
and just
that's it.
rely on the mules.
He's losing SCVs left and right here.
He has a total of 3 SCVs in this game right now. 28 drones for Maverick here. This is just not...
And there's the
Yeah,
GG
there's a
right
GG.
there.
Wow.
So I would say this is the first...
That was the first cheese. I would jinx it, huh?
First cheese, but GG well played by Maverick. GG to oSpire. Guys, that is supposedly an academy. I would feel and beg to different on that one. What do
Oh,
you think?
definitely. I've been in their practice and I've seen them in Clan Wars. It's definitely an understatement to the skill that they actually train really hard. Like I've seen their quota and it's I would be kicked out. Like if I was on the academy and I would never meet their quota. Like that's how harsh their quota is, and it's amazing to see these players be that dedicated. And it's actually paying off, as you can see in that match.
All right, guys. Well, what we're going to do, Flatline, why don't you say your goodbyes, say what you want to say, and I will get Nanman in the call. Take about 5-7 minutes, and then we're going to start up with those replays.
All right, so shout outs to, I don't know, everyone, the viewers, I guess. Shout outs to my team, O Gaming. Check them out at teamogaming.net. You can follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/flatlinesc2 if you want to know a little bit more about me. Should have all the links right there. Shout outs to you for hosting the NUR, for hosting the Team League. Obviously, without y'all, none of this would have happened.
Yeah, well, I feel like the teams, the semi-pro teams really need a voice, and ESEA was that voice. But now that ESEA is gone,
Yeah.
I thought, how can we do this? How can we make an awesome league and get more views for everything? And really, I just said, let's cast every game possible. Let's make it big and have fun doing it. And here's the URTL Season 2. We went and we added 20 more teams to our roster, so we're up to 44 teams. Like I said, had to turn some away. So, oSpire, congratulations on a great first clan war. I really hope they're all like that for the season. You guys can catch Frontline, or not Frontline, but Flatline. Wow, I'm going to have to get myself fixed on that one. So catch Flatline. He will be casting Mondays, and I think you've got Wednesdays. I forget.
Well, we have a Wednesday, but then it's a walkover. So the next time I will be on Saturday with Buddha, which will be pretty interesting.
Yeah. So definitely check him out, guys. Silver. Don't. Oh my God, he's self-promoting in chat.
Oh, he is.
Yeah. Brian. All right, guys. So what I'll do is basically I'm not going to end the stream because I don't want to unhook, but I'm going to put the banner up. I'm going to mute myself. You might hear some talking. I'm going to throw some basic physics on, so we're going to have a little basic physics music, and
you better get some water, man.
oh, I got it right in front of me. I'm good.
Oh, okay.
So, and get game or clan war number 2, which is Row versus FLC. So we'll
yeah, it's definitely gonna be an awesome series. I'll continue watching it.
All right. So thank you so much,
as a viewer.
And we will. Well, I will not cast with you again. Maybe in the playoffs, or maybe if I get lucky. But
that would be awesome.
But we'll definitely get there. So, guys, say goodbye to Flatline. I'll be right back. Give me about 5-10 minutes, and we'll be good to go.
All right, guys. See ya.